You know the exact second it happens. Your stomach drops. A perfectly stable system suddenly, violently unwinds. You hit gridlock on the one morning you have to be early, or your fingers brush against your keys right as they slip through an iron grate and into the dark. We gave this creeping dread a name. 6 simple words. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Society often dismisses this as a pessimistic joke, a cynical bumper sticker, or a cosmic curse used to explain away a streak of bad luck. Murphy's Law exists as a verifiable rule of thermodynamics. It is the raw mathematics of entropy, the universe's inescapable process of order decaying into chaos. To find the origin of this rule, we have to look back to post-World War II aerospace testing. In this era, engineers were strapping humans to experimental rockets and firing them into the desert at hundreds of miles per hour. Captain Edward A. Murphy Jr. was tasked with keeping those test pilots alive. His team struggled to tame the mechanical complexity shown here, systems where a single miscalculation meant instant death. Murphy developed his namesake law as a strict defensive engineering philosophy. It was a rigorous safeguard against the inevitable risks of flight testing. His principle was practical. If a part can physically be installed incorrectly, human error guarantees someone will eventually do it. Probability demands it. Given enough time and enough variables, the absolute worst-case scenario transitions from a possibility to a mathematical certainty. When we ignore the certainty of entropy, failures manifest on a massive, destructive scale. In 1998, NASA launched the Mars Climate Orbiter. It was a $125 million feat of human ingenuity, designed to orbit a world millions of miles away. This chart reveals the discrepancy that doomed the mission. One team calculated thrust in pounds of force, while the other used metric newtons. This microscopic oversight cascaded, sending the spacecraft into Mars at the wrong angle, resulting in total loss. Universal entropy doesn't require a massive structural flaw to destroy a system. It only needs one microscopic vulnerability to trigger a total collapse. The math of the physical world is cold and unfeeling, but the mystery shifts when we look at the internal engineering of the human mind. If failure is just a statistical probability, why does it feel like a personal attack? Why does it feel like the universe is actively plotting against us? The answer is a biological survival mechanism called negativity bias. Our brains evolved to prioritize threats over rewards. Early humans survived by hyper-fixating on deadly threats, like the ones depicted in these cave paintings. Ignoring a beautiful sunset didn't kill you, but ignoring a predator in the tall grass did. This timeline plots the data of a modern day. You see dozens of neutral events, the car starting, the lights turning on, but as soon as one failure occurs, our hardwiring scales it up until it obscures everything else. Grounded, we are biologically wired to obsess over failures. This creates the powerful psychological illusion that we are victims of a malicious universe. These two realities define our existence. The universe guarantees failure, and our brains force us to notice it. However, this looming shadow of failure isn't a reason for despair. It is actually the ultimate tool for resilience. Anticipating chaos is what allows these technicians to build increasingly resilient, fail-safe systems. We check the math and build redundancies because we know entropy is coming for our work. Every console in this mission control center exists because a potential failure was identified and accounted for. Our most advanced structures are direct responses to the certainty of Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law is the friction that sharpens our focus. It is the dark certainty that forces us to refine our designs until they finally withstand the chaos of reality.